Okay, so I finally got around to making the Jarvis tutorial that I've been talking about. I'm going to show you guys how to do it yourselves. So here we go. There are a couple programs that you need before you start. If you're running Windows 7 or Windows Vista, you should already have Windows speech recognition. It's right here. Just pull it up. I have two monitors, so there it is. Another one you're going to need, just open Firefox or Internet Explorer, whatever you use, Chrome. I typed it in already. It's should be the first link, this one here. Already pulled it up. No, I didn't. So while that's loading, there we go. It's not really big. It shouldn't take very long to download. You just download it, install it, should be good to go. The other program you're going to need is Windows Media Player Classic. You just type it in Google, like so. It's already pulled up on this one, or should be. You click on download, and then just whichever, if you have a 64-bit or a 32-bit computer, then pick which one you want. It's also not very big. So after that, should be good to go. Alright, so after you have the programs, you're going to need to turn on Windows Speech Recognition. Right there, just click it. It'll pop up over here like it is for mine. And then you're going to need Windows Speech Recognition macros, which is separate from this. You do need them both to run simultaneously, so that'll work. Alright, just click it. It'll pop up in the tray over here, which is right here. Double click it. And what we're going, double left click, not right. What we're going to do is use run a program. This is how we're going to make it work. Okay, so enter the phrase you would like to speak to trigger this command. So this is what the microphone's listening for when you say something, so that it can run your command. So whatever you want to say, right now I'm going to use Firefox. I want to open that, so I'm going to type in Firefox. I used Jarvis in my other video as my keyword so that it wouldn't pull up other random stuff while I'm talking. So I also am going to add Jarvis. Okay, now you're going to need the path for it to work. So it says enter the path to the program you want to run. I'm using Firefox, so I'm just going to right click it, and then it's not up. So let me pull it up, right click it again, properties. It's the easiest way to pull it up, just right click it, properties, and then copy it. Close, minimize. I'm going to put it right here. You do need to get rid of these quotations for it to run correctly. Alright, so quotations are gone. That looks good. We're going to ignore this for now. We'll come back to that. Just to see if it works, we're going to hit next. We're going to create, this should already be checked. That's the only thing you have to worry about. Just make sure that's checked, and then hit create. Okay. Right, so I'm going to turn on my speech recognition. Start listening. Start listening.
I have indeed been uploaded, sir. We're online and ready.
Okay, Firefox, Jarvis? Okay, it worked. Alright, so now that we know that that one works, we're going to come over here and create another one, and we're actually going to use this right here that we ignored earlier. Okay, so for this we're just going to use news, enter the path. So I'm still using Firefox for this, so properties, just gonna copy and paste that in there. There we go. Alright, now enter the command line argument. This right here, we're telling it it's listening for news. Once it hears that, it's going to open Firefox. Now what we want to do after that is have it open the news, or let's see. Okay, so here's the news. So we're just going to copy that one and paste it right there. Okay, yes. Okay, and now we're going to see if it works. Start listening.
I have indeed been uploaded, sir. We're online and ready.
News. And there it is, right there. Works just fine. Alright, so now that we got that to work, we're going to add voice. In order to do that, we go down to the system tray, and then we're going to right click the macros down here, Windows Speech Recognition macros. We're going to go to Edit Speech Macro. Alright, so I used news a minute ago, so I'm going to right click it and go to Open With. We're going to want Notepad. Yours probably won't have it, so you're going to have to go down here and go to Choose Default Program. And it might be in here. If it's not, go to Browse. It's under the C drive, Windows, System 32 right here, and then scroll down to Notepad, which is right there. And then just open. Should pull up there, and then you should just be able to open it. There we go. I'm gonna actually have to change that back there. Okay. Alright, so this you don't have to worry about it. Ever. You don't need to worry about that. What we're actually interested in is this right here. Okay, so in between each command line here, this one and this one, is what we're wanting. This listen for, this line here, this is what your mic listens for. So news, that's the one that we made a minute ago, is the keyword that it's picking up. You can actually put in multiple listen for. So here we go. If you want, you could do listen for and then type in whatever you want. So news or local events, and then close it, or open it and then close it. Alright, so it would listen for that as a keyword, and then it would run your Mozilla Firefox right here. And that's what this run command is. Run command, and then here's your Firefox right here. And then once it gets to params, this here is the URL that you put in earlier. So everything that we did a minute ago is right here. So the listen for, you can put news, I also put local events. I'll try and run that here in a minute. And then the run command is the program files, and that's where my Mozilla Firefox is. And then params again is the URL. Right, so we're actually going to need another run command to get this voice working, but before we do that, I'm going to get a voice sound clip real quick. Alright, so there's a couple different sound clips you can actually get. The one I saw on the video that I learned how to do this, they use AT&T natural readers, or natural voices, sorry. Yeah, okay, there we go. They use mic specifically, and then you can type in whatever you want, and it'll speak. And you'll see the, it'll load here in a second.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the clip. You just download it, name it whatever you want, and just save link as. This is one that they used. I actually did not use this. I found a different one, which is go to Google, and Natural Readers is the one I use. Alright, so when I made my last video, they actually had it to where you could download like the other one. They don't have that now. However, you can still do it if you're using something like Firefox. They have add-ons. The particular one that I used, or am using now to get the sound clips off of their sites is Flashgot. So watch, I'll play. Same thing. Yes, sir. Okay, I'll play it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and now this little symbol pops up, and it'll download it for me. Okay, so there it is right there. And it pulled up. I'm going to rename it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so there's that sound file. Now we're going to go back to the Notepad. Alright, so here's Notepad. I did forget, when you're renaming your file, you cannot use spaces. It will not work. So underscores do work. If you plan on spacing like different words, just use underscores, because spaces will not work when you try and play the sound file. So with that being said, we're going back to Notepad, and we need a new run command. So we're going to type it in, or you can copy and paste, whichever one you want to do, but just put it in there. Okay, so we need Media Player Classic, the location for that, because that's what we're going to use. So I don't have it on my desktop, so I'm going to find it here. Open file location. Now if you look, this doesn't actually show you the entire location of the execute file. So instead, go to properties, because that's the execute file right there, and then go to security, and it will show you right there over the object name. So just copy that and paste it right there. Now close parentheses, and then we're going to need to put in params, because that alone will only open the it'll only open Media Player Classic. It won't play the sound clip right here. So we're going to put params. I fail at typing, I know. Okay, and we need the location for this one as well, and this will also be under security. Alright, and there we go. Alright, and then don't forget to close your bracket. Alright, and then after that's done, just save it, open this back up, edit speech macro. Okay, and here's news. Now you have to do this for it to work, otherwise it will not work. Sign speech macro. Anytime you mess with Notepad, you do have to go and sign speech macro each time you mess with it, so don't forget. Okay, no error, so we're gonna see if it works. And like I said, I'm going to try and pull it up using this local events. Start listening.
I have indeed been uploaded, sir. We're online and ready.
Local events.
Yes, sir.
And there we go. It played the sound file. Right, well, I mean, that's pretty much it. So, I mean, you can make multiple macros, like I have right here, or, if you want to make one macro to open the same thing, that way there's a bunch of different ways you can say it, and it'll do the same thing. Just do that listen for. Also, when you're doing this Media Player Classic, it'll it'll actually open Media Player Classic the first time you turn your computer on and use your speech recognition. It'll open a window, but all you do is minimize it, and it shouldn't come up again. If it does, then you just go to View, go to On Top, and then go to Never, and then just minimize it, and that'll be the only one that pops up. So it should only just open one Media Player Classic to play all your sound files through. With doing what I just said, if it doesn't already. So I guess have fun, and I hope this was helpful.